Hello and welcome back to Frühling, our Let's Play series on Farming Simulator 22. As you can see, we're at the chickens, at the chicken pasture, all doing very well. Many eggs. We will have to get these moved as well. I believe the spawn location is 2 by 3, so there's 6 pallets in total, so we'll just move them right next. Right, we're just getting all the animals fed. Yeah, we got everyone fed except for the chickens over here, so we'll just mosey down. The other thing as well, welcome to May, right? Right, so this meadow, and, well, this field, and our other grass field slash meadows are ready. And we have the doits ready to start cutting, because, as you can see in the forecast, it will be bringing rain. So, as it stands, we should probably get as much of the hay done as possible first. And wow, alright, they've taken all that. And they've got loads. So this can now live here for now. I would like to, I've said this before, and kind of turn this into a mini sort of yard perhaps. Maybe put a shed. Because then we could store as well. We could store our eggs. And then this little tractor as well in that shed, but we'll get there when we need to. The priority is productions, specifically grape productions, at least in the beginning. And then well, cereal is the end-all, be-all, if you will. But nah, we will get the hay made first things first, and I don't see, other than hay in May, I cannot see a whole lot of things that we have to really do. There's nothing we can really sell. There's not a lot on, to be honest, especially with the animals fed. I'll just get that switched over there. Beautiful. Right. And of course I'd miss. Right, might as well get the headland of this as well. It's all grass. Might as well use it all. Right, so we'll get this all chopped up, and right, this won't take very long at all, but the thing is, we're going to turn this and the smaller meadow into hay. And again, it's to get it done. We started early because we wanted to get it done before the rain approaches, which should be, it said, around 11 AM, so we have some time. I think we have more time now than we did the last time we were in a rush to get it done before the rain, but no matter. But we will get it tedded, and we will get it rowed up and collected before the rain comes. Right, so we'll finish up with this this meadow field. I still don't know what to call them. It's all right. It's the same in this sense. Right, so we'll get this all tidied up, and then we will head to the second meadow. Make sure that all is well over there and get the grass cut, eventually tedded. Right, so reversing with the doits has been my biggest. I just wanted to get that a little bit, but painfully slow. So yes, I think the doits may be coming near the end of its time on the farm, but it really depends on what pops up in the used machinery, which, by the way, it's a new month. Let's have a look. And there is, yeah, we already have a combine. This would be, if we did not have one, this one would be perfect. But the one we have is just bigger, and we already own it, so no problem there. I can't see us needing this, because we do have slurry, we have manure, we have the little bit of granular fertilizer that we use. I think we're fine without. This is a seed drill. Oh no, it's a cultivator, sorry, and we have one of them. And yes, this would be the only thing, but we do not need 14 meters. The one that we have is alright. It's a nice size for our farm. Yeah, because the next big one that isn't over 100,000 is 9, well, almost 10 meters. That's not ridiculously unreasonable, considering how much grass we go through, but it's just big. It's just massive. Tedders as well. We're fine with our tedders for how often we actually use them. I believe we have this one. No. It's got to be this one, or this one. No, wait. I reckon it's this one. It's tiny. Well, that might be worth upgrading in the future. Anyways, for now, we mow and we create hay. And then, once we've done that, then we'll get the silage sorted as well. Right, so we'll stick this onto a time-lapse, because I know I've done loads and loads of grass cutting and mowing in this series so far. Although, it's brought us in lots of money. But yes, I will time-lapse this session. Probably most of it, do a few jump cuts, just to get the just to get it all ready before it rains, really. So we'll crack on with this, and we'll see you when it's done. Right, so we are at about half time in Operation Hay. Not what I meant to say. Anyways, I had a couple of thoughts while I was doing the mowing and tedding. So I do a lot of grass work because we have cows that need silage. We need silage as far as cash goes, and we do end of the day we do loads of things with different grass things, whether it's tedding or silage, whatever. The mower that we have is great, the mowing setup is great, and I do believe it is a perfect size for what we have, although it would be nice to look into one of the mowing setups that has a auto swath, so it drops a swath automatically, which would be great for silage, not so great for hay. So that's something to look into. Again, it would be something that if it popped in the sale, we would consider at the time. Same with a bigger tedder. We don't need one. We have a tedder. It's fine. Works absolutely fine. It does the job as it's meant to do. However, it is a bit small, I feel, for what we're doing. Because it would be nice to go and do a full hay run with all three meadows and this and that, but the tedder is the big sort of downside to that. The other thing that I was thinking of potentially looking at upgrade-wise, if it popped in the sale, is a loading wagon. We have the smallest one in the game, I believe. We have the smallest tedder as well available in the game. However, I do believe that a loading wagon with a slightly bigger capacity could be something interesting. I just want to have a very quick look to see, because I haven't even checked. I knew we had... Yeah, so the next one up is a bit bigger, size-wise and price-wise. Right, yeah, that one's a bit too big, 32. That's massive. Right, so this would be the obvious upgrade for us, unless something like this becomes 35% off, even 50% off would be just a bit more expensive than that. Anyways, nothing available for us now, so not to worry. And that is your halftime update. So we'll get back to the hay work. Alright, well there we have just the very last bit of hay to collect with the wagon, and it did, as of course I should have guessed, started raining early, about 10 minutes earlier, in game time at least, but it did work out, because there we have it. We are fully done the hay for today. The next meadow that we need to cut, it does not matter if it's wet because it is going to be fermented anyways. Right, so we can just go back up here and close this up. Before we head back, I just want to pop around to the other side of field 13 and have a look at the progress. Oh wow, oh amazing. Oh, what's happened? I've missed a row. Oh no. But anyways, that looks fantastic. Yeah, it's a bit I'm not entirely certain what happened with this, the in-between bit, but there might be some crossover of oat and corn, but no matter, it is all going to be going to the same place anyways. Right, this looks fantastic. So this will probably end up being this field will be maybe back and forth, corn, oat, for productions, and then I will have another field for probably barley or wheat for the chickens instead of sorghum, because I do believe that the wheat goes a bit further. Maybe barley might be best, but the sorghum was just, yeah, it's just because the timing worked out to be very good for it, so we'll make absolute certainty to get a grain crop put in for the chickens potentially here, because I'll be honest, this is a bit, there's a lot of faffing about when it comes to when it comes to creating hay on that small field, just simply because it's small and it's more square kind of. It's not very, yeah, I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to articulate. Right, so beautiful. We've got, let's just get out of the rain, 78, just over 80,000 litres of hay, which is fantastic. We will be turning our other meadow here into silage, which will bring us to probably about the same, and then we'll get loads of straw from our oat. And then, oh yes, oh right, and then we can finally use this beautiful machine. I'm so glad it was able to fold up the Capello Diamant 8. It's called the 8, but I reckon it's only 6 meters. I'll check very, very quickly. Right. Well, that is fine. But yes, the more machines that we can get in the sale, the better, whether it's a loading wagon or a tedder or even a windrower if it's the right size. Because that one's just a bit too big. Right, we do need the wagon out. So I will probably not put it away. I'll just tuck it right here for now, because we don't really need to access that yet. What I would like to do is move some of these to allow more to spawn. I will probably stack them, ooh, I don't know, I'll have to see how heavy it is. I'd like to try for 3 high. Where did I put my forklift? Right, and eggs as well. I need to clear these over, so I will move them. I'll shift them down 1 so they're out of the way. Is this a... oh, it is a glass roof. Oh, nice. We are nice and dry while we do this. Oh, yes. Start with the honey. Oh, yes. Oh, I love the rain as well. The sound of the rain pitter-pattering. Right. So, let's well, start at the bottom. Very nice. Oh no. Right, okay. Oh, am I? I think I might know why. Yeah, I was too far forward and it was catching on the back of it there. Whew, had me going. Right, so I know I've just done a massive grass time lapse, so I might do some of this in real time just to see how I fare with the forklift skills. That's alright, it's a bit crooked, but oh my, another one's spawned already. Going so fast. Okay, I'll try and get, well, we'll see. See, I'll get the one out. Here, what I'll do, or try to do, is put this on up here and take both at once. Oh, that's maxed out. Right, that's alright. We can still put it over here. So another thing I was thinking is, and I know this is a bit maybe a overkill, especially with our small map, but was to get a very small second forklift. Right, so one that I could put on a trailer, if anything. Again, very quickly, I'll just show you because it's right here. So this is the one that came out most recent with the update, and I don't know, it might be just enough, but it looks to be like it can go quite high up as well, which is very interesting, more so almost than this one. Right, but we shall see. We shall see. Okay, so that's a non-full pallet, which means that if I remove, I'll probably remove 2 more just to be able to have a stack of 3. Right, yeah, this is a massive game changer for moving pallets. I never really used the forklift in 19, but I reckon it's because there wasn't any pallets really that needed moving. Actually, there was. I was doing honey productions on a campaign of France, which is another amazing small map. On FS19, and yeah, that one was amazing. I love that map, and I was doing honey productions as well. But the forklift in that game, for me, I don't know. The space that I was using it in maybe was too small. Anyways, rambling on. Right, so let's quickly just put this last pallet on top here. I know that they'll come in even faster and soon. I reckon we will be upgrading our flatbed as well to be able to accommodate. Oh my, see what's happened? Right, I've broken it. And all better. And in those few seconds, it stopped raining, which is absolutely fantastic as well. Right, so we will take, and sorry, I guess I should do some third person with the, I feel like I'm yelling because it's so quiet. Oh, it's not going to fit that way. Oh, let's go this way. Should do some third person with this because it is such a cool machine as well. But it's just very, it's so nice to be able to use it from first person as you would. It's just that much easier than a front loader or even a yeah. Oh, look at that. Right, so I reckon we'll have loads of eggs, so I will probably be stacking them. I know in the beginning I said I would not, but that's only because we didn't have that many, and I thought, oh, well, they're eggs, right? So why would I stack them? But we will pretend that there is a box cover or a pallet on top or something that protects the ones underneath. And yes, I know I could probably load all this with super strength, and hopefully I'm not talking too soon where I don't have nearly enough, but it gets to the point where I'd have to. I mean, I would have no problem doing a forklifting, you know, compilation time-lapse at one point when we have so many pallets that we need, and we have like 3 forklifts at different places. Just because it's that busy, that would be fantastic. And that's the goal. I mean, productions is the goal of this map. For me, at least, that's what I'd like to accomplish with it. Yeah, see, with third person, I'm all over the place. I feel like it's just so dizzy. And yes, it's not perfect. Here, let's look. Oh yes, I'm way off. Right. Oh, we can just do different different angles at different times, different jobs. Right. The only reason I didn't put this into a time lapse is because it is actually something a bit different. And I would greatly like a shed. The other thing as well to remember with I wonder if I can pick up 4 at once. Wow, look at that. Well, that is good to know. Oh. No, you will be staying. Right. Yes, I would like to be able to put these on a trailer at some point, but they're just so far away to sell, time-wise far, that it just doesn't make sense to occupy our trailer yet. If we were, as far as the honey, once we start cereal production, that's where our honey will be going, so we can immediately take it when we have loads like we do. Keep this parked in here for now. And then I will need a charging station at some point, but it does seem to last quite a while. Haven't used it too much yet. Right, I believe the next task of the day is going to be to cut this meadow now, because it is ready to harvest. It is 97%. I don't know. It's because of that initial rolling. I reckon that's what's left it, because it's fully fertilized. They always are. I definitely tend to their rolling needs. Where is it? Get rid of that, and it has been. Right, these need to be rolled again, as they do. Once they're growing. Once they start growing, which will be next month, obviously. I don't believe they'll start growing in the same month. Then we can roll them, and then we can cut them again pretty much the next month, or at least a month after that. So, it's not bad. It's not a bad setup, and yeah, so we'll get this cut. And actually, I would like to check prices of things. Milk is... right, more January. September isn't terrible. Eventually, we'll be using milk as a production ingredient. Eventually, that's a bit down the way. But same with wool, but again, that could maybe never happen. That's pretty far away if we do. That's not bad, but we just sold a bunch, that's right. We did just sell a bunch. Did we sell it in April? Yeah, we sold it in April, which was the peak. So it's starting to... oh, right, we're okay there. Eggs. Right, eggs are in November. Yeah. Yes, we will definitely wait, because that is a massive... it's going up, but it won't go up that high, I don't believe. We'll see. Soybeans were the only thing around this time. June. Oh, yes. Pew. So, they're on their way up. That's good. So we don't really have anything to sell, but we do have grass to cut, so that we have silage to sell. And use for the cows, of course. Get this one down as well. So we'll probably... do, and I know this has been a time-lapsed and jump cut filled episode. I know most of them do feature quite a few time lapses. I'd like to get your opinion as well, actually, on the time lapses. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you wish they were longer, shorter? I'm just very, very genuinely curious what everyone thinks. Right, so we will, however, I mean, okay, here's the thing. What we're doing has to get done, right? The mowing, this has to happen. I could do it off camera if it becomes too monotonous for anyone, for, well, the majority, we'd have to see. I enjoy it, and it's part of what we're doing. Eventually we'll get to the point where we will be able to afford bigger mowing equipment, so it's done even faster, because we'll have so much money coming in from productions and our cereal, and then eventually cake is the end-all, be-all, final thing that I have in mind for this series. If we can make cake, then I will be happy with this series. I'm already very happy with this series. I'm very excited for the grapes, I'm very excited for the cereal, I'm very excited for all of it. It's very exciting. Right, but as usual, we'll stick it on a time lapse, and as I said, we'll probably get mowing, rowing, and collecting all done. Mow, row, collect, repeat. Right. We'll see you in a minute. Alright, well there we have another compilation time lapse of mowing, rowing and collecting. Well, at least we're done for now, for this month of May. There is not much else to do, to be honest. It was a hay and silage month, really, and that's just the way it is at this point. We'll get to a point, as I've said, with productions where this will be much easier. We'll get it done much quicker, because we'll have bigger equipment to do so. Not too much bigger, I reckon. Tractor-wise, 200 horsepower will be my maximum, most likely, but I'll have to further investigate at another time. Actually, I was looking at our fertilization map, and aside from our meadows, we do need to roll them, but I don't believe they can be rolled until the first time that they start, once they start growing again, then they can be rolled. But if you look at our sorghum field, turns out it needs its final application. So what we're going to do is we'll take the Massey, and I'll just leave that there for now. We'll get it put away afterwards. We won't need it for a couple months. Right, what we'll do is we'll put the... Now, I was going to use slurry. I could use slurry, actually. Nah, I'll use the fertilizer spreader, actually, for this one. I want to save the slurry, because we do produce it fairly quickly. It's in there, yes, and we still have some. We have quite a bit of fertilizer left, so we will actually take this down to the field, quickly get it done. I might put the front weight on, though, very quickly. Customize, yes please. Now, shouldn't need row crops, should be fine without, but yes, we will head down. Oh right, the trailer doesn't have row crops anyways. Right, we will head down to the sorghum field and we'll see you there. Ah, beautiful, our vines are looking very nice indeed, as is the sorghum, to be honest. It looks fantastic. Right, I do wish that we had this small piece of grass here as part of our land. I don't believe it is. No, it's just south, well, just out of our property boundary, which is so unfortunate. So it'd be the perfect space to store some manure if we needed for the vineyard, but we'll sort that out. Right, this is not destroying the crop. No. Okay, perfect. Should be able to do it in one go, if my calculations are correct. Ah, yes, beautiful. Right, so we'll get this done in one, and then, well, pretty much. It's going to be a bit wonky, but that's alright. Actually, it might... Yeah, I think it's fine. Anyways, we'll get this done in 2 seconds' time. And once we have the sorghum harvested, we will definitely be extending the vines over, and that will cost some money, but I reckon we'll probably put that money into the productions building, the grape processing plant specifically, so that we can start creating raisins, and then that is when we will have to potentially pull out a loan, depending on how much, well, product we have to sell, really. Beautiful. Completely, perfectly fertilized. Wonderful. Yes, it really depends. If we... like right now we need about £11,000 to afford the grape processing unit. But we will, I believe it's 90 or 80, yeah, 80, and then that's the grain mill, which we will eventually also need. Spinnery. Is this the cereal? It is, yeah. Cereal factory is 110. Blimey. But when we start selling cereal, I reckon we'll be able to pay off that loan very quickly, and actually with the silage we'll be able to pay it off very quickly as well. And it's nice and close to the grapes and to the grape processing unit, so yes, it should be very nice indeed. This field is one that I'd like to consider purchasing and to make as sort of a yard. Perhaps I could stick to one side and keep the rest as something of a field. I don't know. We shall see. But in the meantime, this is where we end this episode, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. So until next time, take care, and bye for now.